Hello, everyone. Thanks for coming to check out our YouTube channel. I'm joined by Dan Reines and Chris Lang. How are you guys doing today?
Doing all right.
Good. Thanks, Michelle.
So we have a new study that just came out of the field, and I know you guys were heavily involved in it. And it's interesting because we're finally starting to get out of this lockdown. People are getting back to normal, but so it's interesting to see how Americans are feeling right now. What are people still at home on their couches watching streaming services, Netflix, things like that? What have we seen, or are people getting out?
Well, it's interesting you say that. What we're seeing right now is still a lot of movement in the streaming space. So if we look at ages 18 to 49, over the past month, fully half of them, 52%, say they've signed up for a new streaming service. And then going a step further, we look at how many people have canceled. A full quarter of those folks, 24% of streamers have both added and canceled in the past month. So there's such a high level of movement and churn. And we know a lot of new services have been coming out. So that's part of it, along with, being stuck at home, as you mentioned. So we'll see how those trends continue to shake out. But it's kind of interesting to see a lot of movement in that space still at this point.
Yeah, and a lot of the different shows people want to watch are on different services, so maybe they're just switching back and forth without really any loyalty to one service or the other.
We are seeing, when we ask people why you signed up for things, it was a low enough price for me to give it a try is the number one reason. And right behind that is sort of exclusive content or something I really wanted to watch. So I definitely think there's that price threshold being low enough to at least give it a try. And nobody's really worried about multiple bills now. Automatic billing has made that very easy. So now any anxiety people have is, how do I find the stuff I want? And that may be contributing to that, service hopping that we're seeing too.
Okay, what are people's concerns? Even as there's kind of a silver lining, people still have a lot of concerns. What did this survey show?
Yeah, it's interesting as people come out of the, as people start to emerge from the pandemic, there's still high level of concern about vaccine effectiveness, about, someone getting the virus, especially older family members. But the two biggest concerns that we see right now are prolonged economic impact and potential for inflation. So right now, coming out of the pandemic, economic concerns are sort of taking the place of the health concerns from the pandemic. The other thing that we're seeing actually is education and learning gaps. So especially with parents 18 to 49, we see a huge increase in concern about that learning gap and whether kids are really learning anything at this point. 75% of parents 18 to 49 list that as one of their major concerns.
Yeah, among that group, it's actually the top thing on the list. So it really jumps up for them.
That makes sense when you said too that, during the pandemic, it was kind of health and safety were the top concerns. And for parents, that's what they were really worried about, their kids and keeping them at home. But now that that's kind of waned, it makes sense that would be the next top priority concern.
Yeah,
for parents.
For parents. And worth noting that one of the other major concerns really for everybody is gaining weight. 1 out of 2 people, 53% actually list that as one of their concerns as they come out of the pandemic and move into the year ahead. So if that's one of yours, if I know it's one of mine, you shouldn't feel alone.
I think it's something we can all relate to. So unfortunately, I'm definitely in that camp as well, Dan.
Yeah, the pandemic 15 or 20 is a real thing. So
yeah, I think in the beginning they were saying it's 10 and now it's 20. So time to get off your butts, everyone, and go to the gym.
Indeed. Get rid of that COVID-19.
That's right. Okay, well, thanks so much. And we'll have more data coming out. I know that we're still going through it and it's really new. So thanks for checking out our YouTube channel, and we'll see you again soon.
All right.
Thanks.
Thanks.